Hey Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline and fans. You're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And fans, today we're going to be talking about new number one from all new, all different Marvel, and that is International Iron Man issue number one. Now, this is different from the main title. Brian Michael Bendis is the writer of this book. This kind of takes place in the past of Tony Stark's life. In this issue, we get to see the artwork done by Alex Maleev, and in this opening page, we wind up getting to see the Iron Man armor down, and looks like he did battle against these mandroids. And besides that, there's no really battles with the Iron Man suit again, because this takes place way in the past. Now, if you're looking for detailed art and you're looking for a lot of action and things like that, this might not be the book for you. The colors are a little bit darker. The characters get mixed in the background, in the dark backgrounds or whatnot. So if you're looking for real detailed art, this may not be the artwork for you. However, I felt that after reading it for a little while, I felt that the artwork, eventually it fit in. It's just hard to look at Tony Stark like this without a mustache and anything like that. He just looks completely different. But it's like they kind of modernized him, obviously, for modern day, not like the character that we maybe remember from the 60s. So what was this actual story about? Well, we go back to the day. First off, you see Iron Man here. He's on the ground again against these mandroids. And then what happens is we go back 20 years ago. So we're flashing back to a young Tony Stark. And his personality is no different in this book, as he looks and finds an attractive female. And he goes after this female. And so what happens is she is trying to escape these which is like these bodyguards or whatnot, and she goes running off with Tony, and it's like this little adventure to get away from the bodyguards. But little do we find out is that these bodyguards belong to her. They're protecting her, and the female's name is Cassandra Gillespie. And so what happens is that we find out that this is Tony Stark's, I guess her father's like a competitor in Tony Stark's like businesses or whatever it is. So he finds out they're like their arch rivals. So he feels that Cassandra's father will never approve of them dating and whatnot. But eventually they wind up, getting together. They wind up going to the mom and dad's house. They wind up talking, they having dinner and all that other stuff. And then what happens is Hydra winds up coming in and making an attack on the house, and we get to see that Cassandra is kind of a tough girl here. And then what happens is we see Tony actually get shot because he's not very experienced with firearms and things like that. He's very young. And by the time we wind up getting to the end of this, we see Tony actually wake up because he's been dreaming the whole time, because he's been knocked out, reliving this flashback, and he sees Cassandra in present day. So that was the story. What did I think about it? When I first started reading it, I thought it was a little slow. Obviously, it was a setup to see what things are to come. It's very mysterious. It is adventurous, and it has me intrigued on what's going to go further here. Now, we find out that Cassandra is the head of this mandroid army. How she became this way, I don't know. Why is she missing an eye like everybody else does in the Marvel Universe? I don't know. But I'm sure as we get through this first story arc with International Iron Man, we'll see how Cassandra's and Tony's relationship has developed or undeveloped throughout the years. So this is a very mysterious type of comic book. There's things that have to unravel while you read it. So it's very good. The only thing for me is that I just did not like the artwork as much as I wanted to. I like artwork that is a lot of detail. Now, this is a nice style of artwork, but for me, it just doesn't fit Iron Man. However, overall, it was a nice book to read, and it was a solid story, but at times I just felt like the conversations did drag on a little bit. So those were some of the negatives for the book. Overall, if I gotta give this a rating, I'm going to give it like a 3.75 out of 5 stars. Very good start. I'm definitely going to continue this to see where it goes. I love Tony Stark. I love Iron Man. He is my second favorite Marvel character in the Marvel universe, so I'm interested to see this side of story of Tony Stark and his stories, besides always about the Iron Man armor. It's something a little bit different. So guys, in the comments below, tell me what you thought of International Iron Man issue number 1. Were you a fan? Were you not a fan? Did you like the artwork? Didn't you like the artwork? And guys, as always, thank you for watching Comic Frontline, and until that next comic book review, you can check out my own individual channel, Comic Book Corner 2.0, and don't forget to check us out this Tuesday live 9:30ish p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Frontline Live episode number 100. That's right, guys. We're going to do Superhero Jeopardy. We're going to talk about our comics. We're going to talk about some Civil War news. It's going to be a great time, so hopefully you guys will be there. So again, guys, thank you for watching, and this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Take care, guys. Bye.